Hi, Greeley. We are here in the Greeley History Museum to talk about a new traveling exhibit called Black and White in Black and White, coming to the Greeley History Museum in February. And I've got Holly Berg here, curator of exhibits, to talk about this really interesting new exhibit. Now, Holly, this exhibit has some pretty interesting origins. Can you talk a little bit about it and about where the photos even came from?
Yeah, absolutely. So this exhibit, like you said, is a traveling exhibit. It's curated by Doug Keister and traveled by Exhibit Envoy. And the full title is a mouthful, but it's Black and White in Black and White, Images of Dignity, Hope, and Diversity in America. So it features primarily portraits of African-American residents of Lincoln, Nebraska from about 1910 to about 1926, taken by African-American photographer John Johnson. So fast forward from the 1910 to 1926 timeframe to about 1965, when Doug Keister was a junior in high school, Lincoln, Nebraska. He had a keen interest in photography and history, and he also had a good friend, also named Doug, who came across a stack of glass plate negatives with these inspiring images on them at a garage sale. And so his friend Doug purchased that stack of glass plate negatives. He only was interested in one, though, so he sold the rest to Doug Keister. And fast forward again, about 1999, a similar collection came to the Nebraska State Historical Society, and they realized the significance of these glass plates. Doug Keister's mom saw an article about those and sent it to him, said, "Hey, don't you have glass plates too?" And through that collaboration, they learned this incredible story of John Johnson and his work.
Wow, that's incredible. It's so interesting to have an exhibit that is meaningful, but also has such a unique genesis of how it was even found. Now, this traveling exhibit is actually going to be a companion exhibit to another one here at the museum from a place that's not Nebraska. It's actually 30 miles east of Greeley. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So when we bring in traveling exhibits, we work really hard to make sure that they have a connection to our local history. So this one, we all got really excited because it has a fantastic connection, and that's in the form of the town of Dearfield, Colorado. So the companion exhibit focuses primarily on Dearfield, and there'll be a little bit of information also in the traveling exhibit. And the companion exhibit features the work of artist Julie Vaught, inspired by original Dearfield photographs.
Wow, that's amazing. Can you kind of talk about what the Greeley History Museum is doing to help with the preservation of Dearfield?
Absolutely. So in the last few decades, there's really been a ramp up of efforts to preserve the town of Dearfield because it's an incredible story founded in 1910 by O.T. Jackson as a primarily African-American settlement here in Weld County. And it's vital to understanding our whole history as a county. So in the last few decades, the Dearfield Preservation Committee has come together, and that features stakeholders from City of Greeley Museums, UNC, also the Black American West Museum in Denver, and many other stakeholders who have an interest. And we've been working on getting grants and doing preservation work out at the site.
And February is actually Black History Month, and this exhibit is a great opportunity to start understanding the historical narrative. What do you think are some of the highlights of the exhibit that people can look forward to?
Oh my gosh, it's hard to know where to start because there are so many. As I said, understanding Dearfield and the national context in which both John Johnson was working and the Dearfield site was settled, it was pretty much in the wave of the New Negro movement, which was an effort to redefine how African Americans were portrayed in pop culture and claim their spot in the middle class. So putting all of these local stories into the national context is a fantastic way to honor Black History Month.
Absolutely, and we are really excited. The community should be excited to visit this exhibit. Thank you so much, Holly. And people can come and visit it anytime from February 17th through May 28th within Greeley History Museum business hours, but also don't miss out on their Museum at Twilight events, which happen the second Thursday of each month. You can find this and more information at greeleymuseums.com or on their Facebook page. Thanks so much.